What's going on, guys? I'm out here. We're back with another Deltarune newsletter. Let's go. Let's see what we got. This is the only thing I've seen in the newsletter on Twitter so far. It's winter. Cold water falls from the top of the sky. It's unavoidable, but eventually spring will show up. Not so wintry video. It has nothing to do with winter, but let's share another video from Deltarune Chapter 5's Castletown. It's a continuation from last time. You need to have 10 out of 2 in your town to see this one. Of course, this is a spoiler. Oh, let's see what this is. 5 minutes. We're in for a treat here. Freaking cartoon slide noise reverb. What the fuck? Just roll it. There's no time. That's not 10. There's a cat now. What was your name again? Dude, that's Pluie. That's fake Pluie. Pluie's the name of the minigame? Slowed and reverb. Jenna. Where's Pluie? I want to see my little Pluie. Pluie's the name of the game. His name's not Pluie, it's a bike. I don't get licky with that's not Pluie. You don't look very Pluie today. I don't feel it. I didn't know there was a massage in this. I was paying attention to that part. I'm not doing it. Paid for favorite vacation. Okay, what's this first? I'm adding it, I guess. I can never forget this line. Get more food. Okay, man. All right. We're just throwing whatever in there now, okay? Pretty funny. That's pretty good. I don't know if that means okay, what is this? I don't know if that means Mike is like an actual character outside of the costumes, maybe. That's kind of maybe what I got from that. Or if whatever, I low-key forget this green guy's name, but if that's actually Pluie. Okay, what are we doing with this worm, man? Chapter 5 status update. Exceedingly. That is lovely to hear that the progress is going exceedingly. We've begun the localization. Is this that picture that he posted from Twitter? Yeah, I saw that one. After localization reaches its final stages, oh, let me turn this back up. We will begin testing with a professional testing team. We also need to examine operates on consoles. We will start considering that in January. Yeah, makes sense. If I had to give a realistic estimate, I believe it will take several months to release the game from where we are now. Yeah, that makes sense. It feels crazy to say this, even though only 6 months ago you guys had Chapter 1 and 2, but in a few months, much of the team will already probably be focusing on their attention on Chapter 6. That's good. All the rooms in the games are more or less done, minus polish to the back. Almost all the scenes in the game are complete. A single-digit amount of the team, or amount of them, need visual polish. Most of the battles in the game are done except for a couple. These unfinished battles function from beginning to end, but need adjustments for the pacing and bullet patterns to make sure they're complete. The game contains hours of fun. That's so lovely. This is a pretty good gift. A musical tidbit. I looked at the soundtrack. This is the only song that doesn't spoil something. Oh my gosh, wait. It sounds so Asgore. It sounds so Asgore. It's also very Chapter 1 because of the I think this is a 3/4 time signature. The dun 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 dun. But also, wait, the fact that he says, oh, interesting. But it's interesting that he says, I looked through the soundtrack, this is the only song that doesn't spoil something? Is that not an insane thing to say? The fact that this is the only song in the soundtrack that won't spoil something? It is a nice song. Chapter 3 and 4 look back. It's not very wintry, but since it's been around 6 months, it's a good time to check back on 3 and 4 and share our thoughts. I'd love to. Like every other chapter, I start thinking of ideas for it around 26. That's like so insane. The concept was, as a break from the regular formula, let's have some crazy board game like Mario Party. Let's have a TV character who will be like Metaton. Ghost Trick, oh, this is probably a game. Or a show. Was still rather fresh in my memory, and I really loved the 3D from that game. So I wanted to have a 3D character with the same kind of appeal. Around that time, I bought a Kinect and tried to do motion capture, thinking I could combine it with Miku Miku Dance and create a crazy dancing 3D TV inspired by Mr. TV Dinner. I don't know what that is, but yeah, I know he made it in like 2016, 2015. That's crazy. TV World 2015. I used the project file for Metaton's battle theme as a base closer to release. I modified it to add the theme from Hip Shop and Green Room. Yeah, that makes sense. Actually, I started composing a totally different concept for TV World in 2018 to focus more on the tease from the rest of the chapter, but my friend's reaction to it was like, yeah, sure it's good. So I was like, okay, fine, I'll go back to the original. The song is unfinished. Oh, I love unfinished Toby songs. TV Land. Whoa, okay, wait. I see the vision though. It's more like commercially. I guess we'll look at the rest while we listen to this. I drew 10 on 2017 for name. He was just Mr. TV guy. It's gonna be loud though, so I might wait actually. More time to appreciate the music. This and won't read, I guess. You want to show this one on Twitter? Part is interesting. Oh, I like this. It's more silly. Yeah, the does TV Land really fits that one. I really feel that. So yeah, this is pretty much just more concept art of Tenna. The world art was put together by Audrey Weiner and animated by Everdread. The concept of a character that speaks with world art was inspired by, I don't know what that means, but I like this is cool concept art for this. The whale, that's cool. Oh, the boat, look at them. Oh, look at that thing. Channel surfing. Shut the shut the fun. Shut the fun. Shut the fun up. Remote island. Couch rocks. That's so tough. Completing the graphic was time consuming, but it wasn't really a massive hurdle. If there were any hurdle on the chapter, it was the gameplay. Yeah, that makes sense. Beach City Stars. I went through multiple iterations of different ideas for Tennis boards. Originally, I wanted it to be like Mario Party or Black Base from Gunstar Heroes. Then I realized creating that would not be only inefficient, but also result in a lack of exploration during the chapter. So then I switched to having Super Mario Bros. 3 style overworld that contained many mini Zelda style maps. And I just decided it would be best if everything was just one big map combined together. Then we also had to create the mini games. I seriously underestimated how much effort and direction they would require. I think the end result was pretty fun. Hold on, keep forgetting. But I don't think I would have a bit. I don't think I would have bit off so much if I knew. Oh, I wouldn't have bit off so much if I knew how challenging and time-consuming they would be. That makes sense. Because the chapter was made up of so many disparate parts, many games, word scenes, all being created independently, it was very hard to figure out the pacing until nearly everything had been put together. After that, it became clear that there was just a pacing problem. This was the original projected scope of the game before anything had been created. Board 1 Desert, yeah, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense, that makes sense. So yeah, you do, after the rhythm game, you do the Susie, or the board 3, the city board, Susie-Zilla, and a cowboy section. Board 4, oh, the like fire one, then the TV board. That time I assumed that the boards would have been much quicker experiences. Only the city board would have been larger, with one mini game within each half of the city completing both games to allow you to go to TV Tower, which will trigger a sequence which ultimately brings you to board 4. There was no S rank in the original concept. He literally said Zelda before. Why is it censored? After programming most of the game, this is what we had to come up with. Board 1 Zelda style, cooking game, green room, S rank. Board 2 Zelda style, rhythm game, green room. Trick 10 letting you have a break from board 3, green room 3, S rank. Yeah, that makes sense. We actually created a third board, but we tried making it short because the game was dragging on with no typical Deltarune gameplay. Yeah. Yeah, these have all been in the files and stuff for a while. Because of that, we also added overworld areas in between each half of board 3, the backstage area. It was made of wood and heavily featured a sneaking mechanic. This also originally fought rules card. I think this is new. Welcome to my store. It is free to friends. Lancer free help. Okay, more of their fodder. We got a little video here. After defeating him, you would get a controller that allows you to play the board as El Niña. She could cry up a storm, allowing you to access the key card that will allow you to skip the rest of board 3. That's cool. That's pretty cool. Despite trying to add the backstage as a breath of fresh air, though, it just made the game drag even more. Watching friends play this version, everyone was kind of getting tired after board 2, so we realized we had to put it down. This is what we had the final version of the game. Yeah, I played the game, I know. Ultimately, board 3 was cut. The only remnant of it exists in S rank. Isn't that better anyway? The Susie game was made optional, and the actual enjoyable parts of the backstage were absorbed in TV world. So people are of the opinion having more things is always better, but when you think of the entire game with all its chapters as an overall experience, you really don't want any one chapter to bog it all down, especially when, true to my assumptions, this chapter proved to be quite diversive. Honestly, I thought up to 50% of people might hate this chapter, even if some other percentage of people were crazy about it, but it seems like the majority of people enjoyed it, so I'm just relieved. I'm glad anybody likes this. Yeah, that's true. No, I really like chapter 3 as much as it kind of deviates from the original gameplay. I think chapter 3 is really fun, and I think it's honestly like one of my personal, if not my personal favorite chapter. Chapter 4 was much easier to make. Gerson! Those are some pretty cool Gerson designs. He's very tan outfit here. Dang. Oh my gosh, look at that. That's so tough. These are really cool. That being said, it did have a few lesser difficulties. I can't read. Originally, the climbing mechanic just used a normal overworld movement with climbing graphics. The result felt mushy, so I programmed a new climbing system myself. W, Toby. I didn't even know if he did any coding anymore, but that's nice. Okay, well, he just says. So I get to point that out. Well, hey, at least the climbing thing is cool. I like the climbing. Involved the layout of the Dark Sanctuary. Originally, I wanted to create a giant non-linear. Yeah, that's kind of what it seemed like with the Gerson room. Kind of like something like from Zelda, however. The result of having a non-linear structure made it difficult to have linear series of story events. This caused the implementation of the old man to feel really weak, so the structure was changed to be linear just like everything else. Lol. Finally, if there was one part that... is this Home Alone kid? Finally, if there was one part that was most annoying to make, it was a section of Noelle's house because we were introducing a unique mechanic, yeah, with the soul, I think. I really wanted to make you feel like it wasn't wasted. A friend's constant was you would have to set up a Rube Goldberg machine involving a crazy parts. For example, you had to launch a treat with a treat launching machine over the bath to attract hungry Asgore to sit in between Susie and Noelle. Then when that didn't work out very well, we tried installing a toy train that would go all the way through the house and make puzzles around this. I was having so much trouble, I ended up asking my friend Andrew Hussey for help. Andrew Hussey, that is Home Alone kid. I'm going to toss out an idea that might sound really redacted, stupid, but let's just roll with it, see where this goes. Imagine instead of the treat catching Snoopy on the table at the center, there's a large, I think this is, yeah, like this classic pose, except it doesn't literally have to be him. It could be a character that makes more sense in world. Let's just say it's Papyrus. Also, another key difference is the bust in its initial form doesn't have the two hands on either side of its head. Those are separate pieces which are elsewhere in the house. The bust must be completed to proceed. The reason for this is because of the what that's happening. The bus keeps getting knocked over and over and destroys things, so it must be butt rested from either side. What are we talking about? Why does this bus keeps getting knocked over? This is a key event that needs to keep being repeated often naturally in order for the puzzle to work. Luckily, it's obvious what this should be. The answer is already provided at the scene. Asgore has cleaned the bathroom. By now he has moved to scrubbing the shower. You'll need to move the shower curtain so you can see him. But the floor is very slippery, so he keeps falling and shaking the whole house. Whether this is chronically accidental, I don't know. Due to buffoonery is an open question. Maybe Chris sneaks through the vent, pops a little paper bag to startle him. Okay. The point is, it just keeps happening every time it needs to. What happens when the bus is knocked over? Every time it falls on the floor, it starts rolling around like an out-of-control bowling ball, destroying things you need to solve the cookie puzzle. At first, it rolls to the right side, and you can't find... What is he talking about, man? Ultimately, everything on the story to atmosphere is the best. And so we finally made everything one more time. I think it turned out great. Yeah, I think Chapter 4 house seems really good. I think most everybody enjoyed. Yeah, everyone loved Chapter 4. Fire exit. Wait, what? I like this one better than the actual one, kind of. Head animates like a flip book to show emotion, for example, showing sun when happy. Blinking out of sync as it animates hands, fans of bookmarks. Oh, there's the dance. The wave. Yeah. It's cool. By the way, Hammer of Justice is another song I started making right at the beginning of 2016. I think the file arrangement is pretty good, but since I didn't create it for 7 years, the original piano sketch is the main version I remember. Well, here we go. This sounds way more Undyne-y with the piano. I think this is exactly the same, so I'm just gonna turn it down and read the rest. I feel the credits aren't clear enough, so let's talk about the main human. Around since chapter 2, Sarah programmed most cutscenes in chapter 3 and 4, hand-up localization, handed patches in the game for every platform, help with testing, also had to remake Noel's house sequence 3 times. Every time I worked on the scene with the snack tray in chapter 4, it made me want a cheese cracker. That's a fair conclusion to come to after working on that. Programmed the boards in chapter 3, overall chapter 3 and 4. Apparently his favorite food is tacos, and he almost left that as text in the game. Made a game called Love. Programmed the logic of bosses' enemies, created all the acts. Assembled the rhythm games as well as the other complex visuals, like Chris falling into the prophecy. Oh, that's cool. The Titan of Susie also made some attacks, like the Knight's attack, box cutting attack, the stuff. Oh, Shudder's attack. Yeah, Shudder's attacks are cool. Temu also got really obsessed with baking for a while. Did something. Alex, that's me. Programmed many bullet patterns. Also programmed Susie Zola. Made all of the Titan attacks. At the music this time. The Knight's rotating slash attack. That's cool. Many bullet patterns. Then Dragon Sun's attacks. I'm just kind of gonna go faster through this. I'll look at the quotes though. I think my favorite part of Chapter 4's development was when I got to dual wield cats for a while. I wish I could do that IRL every day. The tiling to 4 and 5. Ooh, 5. Cutscenes in Chapter 5. 3 Michaels and the game's John Glenn about that. Wow, so the game. So, wait, did Toby like retcon the cat being Bluey because the other Bluey? I mean, I like the other Bluey. It's like, oh, the game's just called Bluey, so the other one can still be Bluey, maybe. This is a long newsletter. Created the game with what? Created the game with Knuckles. Okay. Wait, what? Wait, created the game Knuckles Sandwich. Maybe that's new. I had to move my workspace into another room because I was yelling into my microphone too much. Oh, for the testing. I accidentally looked down. Producer that has a soft spot for older Jap. What? And history, while generally not involved in the core development process, it works with the team. May actually be a frog. Helped out a game minigame. Also created important things for Chapter 5. Helped as a guest create the cowboy game. Everyone spins it in that one act. What does this mean? Okay, well that was a lot of 3 and 4 look back. I saw the Square Enix collab. There's a bunch of merch, I think. Hey, check this out. Walks into you and then the screen swirls with a loud noise. Square Enix is doing an official collab with Undertale. Via is some shirts and musical albums. Ooh. I remember when I first saw this on Twitter, like, was it like a month ago or a couple weeks ago? I thought they were like making a movie or something. Even though, I don't know why. I don't think Square Enix isn't like a movie. There's a piano album that's pretty cool. Many talented artists from Square Enix worked together to create and perform this. That's pretty cool. That's pretty cool stuff. Kingdom Hearts. Don't really know. I haven't played any of these, but I know they're good. Was the producer and even managed some of the tracks. Pretty cool. Turns red and disappears with a small noise. Hey, wait, I'm stronger than that. Disappears instead of crumbling. Instead, by crumbling a piece by piece and slowly lowering off screen. Deltarune's first sale. Yeah, I saw Deltarune's on sale for 20% off on Steam. It'll be on sale on console platform as well in the coming days. That's cool. Pretty sure all the people reading the newsletter probably bought the game. Yeah. What is? Wait, what? Chapter 5. It's really moving along now. Happy 2026. Yep. I like this queen gif. This is a fun gif. I wonder if this is actually. This looks like she's in a battle. This looks like she's on your team. Wait, this. What is this called? Queen shimmying. That's so good. I really like this gif. This is going in the thumbnail. Also, these shadow guys probably are too. Yeah, this is a no offense to the last newsletter, but this feels like a way better newsletter. But I mean, it was mostly because Toby was going to be talking on the 10th anniversary stream, but this one feels a lot better with a lot more content. I mean, we got a 5-minute video. We got yeah, I think chapter 5 is going to be obviously really good, but I think obviously we can base off of the release schedule for chapter 3 and 4 because, you know, there was 2 chapters, so it's hard to like go off of like, oh, testing took this long, making the scenes took this long, you know, all of that stuff. Translation took this long, so you can't really like kind of use that timeline for chapter 5 when it's one chapter and they already have like some of it done. But my theory is I think chapter 5 is going to come out in August or sometime early/mid fall next year. That's my guess, because we know it's probably, he said it's going to come out second half of 2026, so I'm thinking August or September or something like that, because I kind of just like did the math that like I think it was either 6 or 3 months, I can't remember, but I kind of like halved how long it took for the translation and testing, and since like there were 2 chapters last time, so I halved like how long that seemed to take from the other newsletters, and to me it seems like it's gonna come out. So yeah, that's my idea. But yeah, this video is kind of getting long and I want to get it out, so yeah, hopefully you enjoyed me reading. It was pretty good newsletter. I really like this queen. I really like this queen. I like the shadows guys too. I like the other shadow guys. But yeah, if you guys enjoyed the video, leave a like, comment below, and subscribe for more. Also check out my SoundCloud, video game songs there maybe sometimes. But yeah, I'll see you guys. Oh wait, and I have a Fortnite code. Use my Fortnite code Animal39er. Okay, I'll see you guys later.